This young man is no stranger to us. He's been coming on every other month with us. We enjoy, at least I enjoy him, because I watch him go straight up, making serious income, living in a penthouse with all these fancy cars, with his team living there, and them taking advantage of him to go right back down to the bottom. Then he got his life together, said, you know what, I know what I did wrong, I know what I got to do, and I watch him to spearhead right back to the top. He will be ACN's youngest SVP. And think about it. He's been with us 10 years, and he started as a young whippersnapper. But here again, think about it. How much can we learn from a young guy like this? Some of us old people need to have a young person in our life to tell us how to get the young people. Without further ado, Regional Vice President Platinum, the one and only Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you. I'm excited to be back on the call today. Man, I'm about to be 30. You just hit me just now, like in 3 months. So I'm really excited about the call. Honestly, I put together today something for you guys, and I want to go straight into it. But for the people on the call who don't know who I am, like Mr. Thomas said, I am about to be 30 years old. Got started in business when I was just 20 years old, no business background. Close friend invited me out to see the business, got started. And, I told myself that, I was going to get to the top of the company, no matter how long it takes, as long as I keep being persistent and I just keep going, that I will sooner or later get to the top of the company. And that's what we've been doing for almost 10 years now. And I'm really excited about the opportunity, but more importantly, where the company is going. So if you're taking notes, I want you to start taking notes now. If you're not taking notes, go get something to take notes with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and go right into the information. So today, if you're taking notes, 7 techniques to master in MLM. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to take those notes or take a picture, whatever the case may be, before I go into more details. So the first technique is finding people to talk to. Like Mr. Thomas said, how many leads did you get? See, it's crazy that me and Mr. Thomas, we didn't even talk about my training today. But the first thing he said was the first thing that I'm talking about today, which is what? Finding people to talk to. Who is your leads? If you don't have any leads, then you're not doing the business. Number 2, inviting prospects. You got to be inviting people to see the business. If people are not seeing the business, then you're not really doing the business. Presenting to the prospects. If you're not presenting the opportunity, then how can you teach other people to present the opportunity? Because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to have a lot of people in your organization present the opportunity to people every single day. The 4th step, the technique to master, is following up with prospects. A lot of times people know how to get people in, but they just don't follow up. You got to follow up with people about 5 to 6 times before they actually get involved in the business most of the time. Then you have how to close sales. Listen, if you're not learning how to close sales, then are you really in the business to make money? Because at the end of the day, you can get a lot of people, but if people are not purchasing the services, if people are not purchasing the products, if people are not, doing the business, then you really didn't do what you were supposed to do. The ultimate goal is to close sales. And I'm going to speak more in details about each one of these topics. I'm just giving you guys time to take down the notes so you guys can follow along. Then there's getting a person started right and quickly. I didn't just say get a person started. You want to get a person right and quickly, meaning that when a brand new person get involved in the business, they got to have success right away. The reason why I tell you that, because that's the only reason why I'm still here today. My first check when I got started in the business, I remember it was a bonus for like $1,300. I did it in like 3 weeks. I said, man, this is the most money I've ever made this fast. Oh man, I'm about to get rich doing this business. Because at Applebee's, I was getting paid $3.63 an hour. So let's say in 2 weeks of me working, my check still wasn't with a comma in it. But when I seen the business, I'm like, man, this is the easiest money. All I did was talk to people, invite some people over. I'm like, man, this is easy for me. See, at the end of the day, it's all about your perception on things. If you think something is easy, then it's going to be easy. If you think something is hard, then it's going to be hard. So it's all about how you see things. Then how to build for events. Listen, this is the glue to your business. If you're not building through events, then really your business is going to fall apart over time. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the glue. The glue is the events. The glue is what keep people excited, keep people going, keep people fired up about the business opportunity. And I'm going to go into more details about that in this year. So again, the above 7 skills are crucial to becoming a world-class network marketing professional. So let's go right into the information, right? Finding people to talk to. A reward that comes from having a long list of connections in one's life. It is also argued that is one that has no list, has no chance to succeed in the network marketing. And basically what that's saying is that a person with a longer list has a higher possibility of having success compared to a person that do not have a list, right? And it simply means that your list should be living, breathing thing, meaning that you should have an active list. You should be writing down people's names every single day. And like Mr. Thomas talked about, adding those lists of people to your list on a daily. If it's 1 or if it's 2 people, the fact that you just can keep adding people to your list every single day, before you know it, you're going to have a lot of people, right? And then other network marketers, however, they treat the finding a prospect as a skill, but professionals generate what's called an active candidate list. See, if you're taking notes, I want you to write down an active candidate list, meaning that these are people that you're actively talking to, right? And then 2 people to a list in a day will accumulate to about 600 leads in a year and over 3,000 leads in 5 years, and so on. That's just if you add 2 people a day. How hard is it to go out there and meet 2 people a day? I can tell you, just go to the mall, just go shopping, don't spend no money, but just go out and just meet people. And I promise you, you'll always find people to talk to, but you can't find people sitting in your house. Then you also have inviting prospects, right? Listen, if you're not inviting people to see the opportunity, then what's the point of talking to them, right? So professionals learn how to invite in such a way that's totally comfortable, meaning that when we share the opportunity with people, it's not we're begging them to do the business, right? We're literally just having a conversation with them about the opportunity, and the process of inviting should be a pleasant to the prospects. It should just be easy going. It should be natural. Anything short of this is amateurish, meaning that if you're just trying to finesse people into seeing the business, being pushy, scary, intimidating, but trying to act nice, like basically if you're being weird. And a lot of times, I've had people that try to recruit me all the time. And the reason why I didn't do it because they was being weird. So you don't want to be that person, right? You want to start an invitation with a little bit of urgency. For example, I'm going into a meeting, but I'm glad I caught you. Do you have a minute? This is what attracts people to the business. After that, compliment the prospects with something, anything positive about them. You can be a nice haircut, nice watch, nice pants. Listen, it don't matter. You want to compliment them, right? Then the invitation is done at 3 different levels. The first level is the direct invitation. And this is where you tell somebody directly that, hey, I have an opportunity for you. Check it out. This works only with people who would love, like, and respect you. And in other words, limit to those who look up to you, right? Then there's B, the indirect invitation. This is where you ask someone a question like, I need help, advice, guidance, or your input on the business opportunity. And then number C is this is called the super indirect approach. And this is aimed at a successful people who are ambitious, money motivated, and you ask them questions like, do you know anyone who is motivated or who would like to make some money with the company that I'm expanding in this area? And then there's presenting to the prospects. The best way to present is for you not to be the expert. See, you don't want to be the expert. The reason why you don't want to be the expert is because you want to get yourself out of the way. When I first got started in business, I talked about my mentor, Mr. Adam Root, who made a lot of money in real estate, lost it all, got back involved in the business, and became super successful, right? So the best way to present for you is to not be the expert. The best is to point your prospects to the opportunity. You simply point, guide, and direct your prospects to the business opportunity. You make it about the business, not about yourself. So you want to keep it super simple, right? Then you want to follow up with the prospects. Listen, following up is the most important thing because a lot of people after the presentation, they just don't follow up. The rule of thumb is that the only purpose for one presentation is to schedule the next presentation. Is always about the next presentation. And the average person takes about 4 to 6 exposures before they decide to get involved in network marketing. Follow-up is all about setting the next exposure and learning how to answer the basic questions and how to overcome basic objections. That's literally all following up is about. It's literally just answering and overcoming all of their basic objections. So if you just keep it so simple and just answer that question, because a lot of times people just have questions. They just have questions and they just want the answers. And if you just get to a point where you can answer every question that they have, they'll make a decision on what they want to do. Then from there, how to close the sale. This involves how to help a person become a customer or an IBO. This is how to guide them through the process. One uses a 5-question series at the end of each exposure, and the following are possible questions, such as on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being no interest and 10 being most likely, how will you rate this opportunity from what have you seen? And just wait for an answer. Then you have B, based on what you saw. If you was to start a business on a part-time basis, about how much would you need to earn per month in order to make it worth your while? And just wait for the answer. Number C, how many hours a week can you realistically commit to develop this business? And just wait for an answer. The next D, about how many months would you be willing to work those hours to earn this income? And just wait for the answers. Then you got E, if I can show you how to make this income, would you be ready to get started? Simply, that's it. So all you got to do right now is just take a picture of this, because this right here will help you close a lot of people in the business. It's literally just asking the right questions and waiting for them to give you the answer, because a lot of times they will give you the answer that you're looking for. So I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds to take a picture of this so that you guys can literally just use this and just ask these questions after someone see the opportunity, and try with different people and see which one works for you. But I promise you that if you just go through the numbers, you will find out what works for you in your business. But I promise you, I've been using this my entire career. And then getting a person started right and quickly. Recruiting is not about signing a piece of paper. In network marketing, ensuring that a person gets started right is crucial and essential, because the way that you get someone starting a business is the way that they're going to get other people starting a business. So this includes how to get them connected and how to get them to use your product or your services, how to get them quick results, because they are coming in and they're insecure. Most people are scared about the opportunity. So your job is to get them secured about it. And the best way to do it, help them get a check. If you help that person get a check, I promise you, they're going to be excited and they're going to talk to more people. And the more money that they make, they're going to continue to talk to people. But if they make no money, why would they talk to anyone about it? So a lot of times people don't talk to people about the business because they just haven't had fast enough success, right? So a little bit of confidence boosting is going to help a long way. And this is an essential skill. You have to make sure that every person that signed up in the business, your number one goal is to get them success right away so that they can believe in what you got going on. They can believe in the opportunity. They can believe in everything that you're saying, because guess what? They got a check. And a check at the end of the day close the deal, right? And last but not least, how to build for events. Normally, what average people do is they invite the prospects to the event. And what professionals do is they build a huge build huge promotions from event to event, because guess what? Every time someone get promoted, guess what? We have an event and people get promoted at events. So if you just get people excited about coming to see people get promoted at these events, they are now going to see themselves getting promoted, right? Because a lot of times people have to see it to believe it, right? That's just the way the world is set up, right? So they learn the skill of getting people to attend the events in order for them to see a bigger opportunity. And you want to make the business bigger than just you, because someone just telling you, hey, come see this event, it's great. But once you come see the event, it blows your mind away. Wow, man, this thing is really bigger than what I thought it was. And guess what? It sells them right away, right? Because at the event, there's so much social proof, right? There's so much belief building, so much trust building, so much education about what they got going on at the opportunity. It's just so much excitement. People are fired up. So many examples of other people succeeding, right? So that's why it's really important, because you want to be able to see other people have success in order for you to believe it. And that's just how it is. When I seen Vice President Mr. Aaron Burke on the stage having success, and he used to be a 5th grade teacher in the hood of Baltimore at the same elementary school that I went to, I told myself I can do it too, right? So getting people to attend the events are vital, crucial, and a skill set that is needed in order to be successful in this opportunity. So if you just go out there and just make it happen, and literally just follow these 7 techniques to master, then I promise you, you will have success doing this business. So hopefully you guys were able to get something today. The information is straight to the point. It's super simple. And the way that I do business is based upon a system. We're not just hoping that things work. We're just literally following a system. And if you just follow this simple system, you will have success. But it's all about how long you do it and how consistent you are at doing it. So, Mr. Thomas, I would like to pass the call back to you. And I thank you guys for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here today.